town you never heard of. Hey everybody, welcome to the Common Folk Podcast with Ben, Morgan, and Andy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Wanted to take a quick moment to introduce this next interview because it's in general a little bit different than some of the other ones that we've done in the past. The theme is the same in terms of we're talking to common folk. We're trying, we're relating with people from all walks of life, and that's what our goal is to get that story out. But so far, I think because of the fact that, so much more of it's close to home, the episodes that we've done and the folks that we've interviewed, in particular, the folks we've interviewed, there's some differences between how this particular podcast is going to go. And the fact remains that these two young gentlemen that we're about to interview, these are common folk. These boys, they have come up different than we have. They have grown up in a different neighborhood than we grew up in. They have had influences and mentors and guidance from different areas and different folks than we have. But the fact is that different is not bad. There's a lot of good in difference, and it's very cool to hear how things have been going for them, how they have made the decisions they've made, how they've gotten to where they've gotten. And we need to realize as well, and I think we're going to do a little bit more of this. This is our youth. This is our youth in America, from all different aspects, and that's what we want to do. We want to grab these common folk from all different parts of the country, from all different walks of life, from all different upbringings. Youth communicates a little different. Look, Morgan and Andy and I, we're all 40-ish. I don't feel like we're old, but we're not kids. And there's a lot of things that they bring to the table that we don't. What we wanted to do with this particular episode was discuss and showcase some of those differences and some different topics that we hadn't talked about before. And we also wanted to give these young men a platform to continue to grow what it is they're trying to grow. The bottom line is that they're entrepreneurs, excuse me, and that they've been surrounded with a lot of things in life, like all of us, that bring a lot of negativity to the situation. And they've decided to rise above. They've decided to go a little bit of a different route. And that's something that we should all celebrate. I want you to listen very closely and think hard about where these two young men are going and what they're trying to do and what their experiences have been. I think down the road, there's a real opportunity for us to dig in further with them on some really important topics, some things that, again, influence all of us in the future of our country and the future of our communities. But for today, this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. So we want you to meet Caleb and Marquis. After speaking with them, I'll tell you what, I think either one of these boys, these young men, are guys that I would hire in my own organization. I feel confident in speaking with them about their drive and their determination and their will to succeed. But again, the fact remains is that it's different from how I came up. It's different from how Andy came up. It's different from how Morgan came up. And it's our responsibility to speak with those folks and to shed light on their stories and celebrate their stories, man. Just like we do everyone else's, all the rest of the common folk across as Andy said, seeing how they're doing, seeing what they're doing now, what they've been able to accomplish, how they feel about their company. Not to spoil it too much, but these gentlemen have decided that comedy is the way of life for them. And there's lots of forms of comedy, and they're doing things on social media that we don't even really understand how it works. So we chat about that a little bit, but I think good things coming from them. So just wanted to do that quick intro. I think because the topic is quite a bit different, and the interview style really is quite a bit different from so much of what we've done up until now. I think there's going to be a number of people that are going to, wonder, like, excuse me again, what was that all about? Like, what are the common folk trying to do there? And I just wanted to give that quick little introduction so that you guys, in case there's any questions that may answer. But as always, please feel free to reach out to us, shoot us messages, ben@farmfocused.com. Check us out on Instagram. You can direct message us, Common Folk Podcast. We're always happy to hear from you. We're always happy to have suggestions and entertain conversations. So I think that about cut it. Again, I want to introduce you guys to Marquis and Caleb. These boys Andy met at an event, and I think overall things went pretty well. And again, looking forward to talking to these boys again soon. So hope you all are doing well. Enjoy the episode. Thanks. All right, welcome back to Common Folk.
Hold on. There we go.
Is that allowed? Because we have like underage people in here.
Diving right into it.
Diving right in?
Yes,
All right.
we do have some guests.
Well,
today.
actually, before we introduce them, I was thinking about this on the way over here. So I went on a field trip with our son at Warner Park, and they were selling alcohol there, and I really wanted to get some, but we weren't allowed since we were chaperones. So
you were a chaperone.
Yep.
And you couldn't like quit being a chaperone
I
halfway
guess not.
through?
No.
And then come back?
Not allowed. Was not allowed.
So the baseball park is what you're talking about?
Yeah, so at Werner, so here in Omaha, is that a feeder team for Kansas City Royals?
Yes, that's a AAA baseball team affiliate.
Okay, so they were playing a team called Bats. I think someone said, I know it sounds really goofy. I think they said that was the feeder team for, who they say, something.
I don't know.
Is that not the team in California?
Well, they're in Boston, so they're
okay.
a couple thousand miles away. But
Okay, you guys can tell I don't know what I'm talking about with baseball. Good. It's okay. You're the sports guy. So.
But I want to do a shout out real quick.
Okay.
You would have really liked your beer, because that is the official beer of WTL.
Oh, that's the stuff you have in the fridge.
Yes, that's.
You should have brought one out.
Nebraska Brewing Company years ago worked out a deal with them, and they actually make a beer called Ailstorm.
Ailstorm, yeah.
Ailstorm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the storm chasers. Get
Gotcha.
it?
Gotcha.
And
okay.
I do like it, and yes, it's stocked in the fridge out here.
Yeah.
So,
there you
we
go.
Yes,
Anyways,
yeah.
I was thinking about that. So I don't know. Is that even the right term? Feeder team?
Yeah,
Is that
basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They're
right.
AAA affiliate, and it's kind of fun. So years ago, the Storm Chasers won back-to-back championships.
Okay.
Those same group of guys went on to be professionals together up in Kansas City, made it to back-to-back World Series, and finally won one.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I mean, you build a good farm system like that. That's the correct term is farm system.
Farm system.
Yeah. So if you got a good farm system, odds are you're probably going to have a good team at the pro level.
Well, they suck today.
I believe it.
Maybe I was thinking that all their good players already got drafted to.
Well, I don't know.
No, everyone's saying no. Okay.
Might
all
have,
right.
who knows?
I don't know. Yeah.
Just saying. Maybe they all got taken up to Kansas City Royals.
A few of them did get called up last year.
So exactly.
There you go.
Okay. Well, that was my morning.
All right.
So we do have a couple guests in studio with us today. A couple of young men that I ran into while doing one of my other jobs. I was emceeing for a live broadcast for an award show that Nebraska Omaha gets to host, and it's a collegiate football award called the Johnny Rogers the Jet Award, and it's for the best collegiate return man.
Okay.
So punt, kickoff, return. It's like the Heisman, but specifically for a return man. And these two young gentlemen were there early, as was I, and we just kind of kicked off a conversation, and they told me about themselves a little bit and how they were aspiring comedians or just getting into that world. And I said, well, that's That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Takes a takes a little bit of grit to do that. All comedians that you hear from, they talk about their early days and how, man, that was tough, bombing up on stage. But they all also look back at it, how
laughing.
important that was to bomb, you know. And let's get them on the pod. If they want to come out and talk with us, I think it could be a fascinating conversation. So we have Caleb and Marquis.
Yeah. So, gentlemen.
Hello.
So as Andy said, you guys, we're going to get into the comedy thing a little bit, what you guys are doing. But from the sounds of it, you guys are spending most of your time on Instagram and then on a couple of other social media channels. We'll talk about that as well. But what do you guys call yourselves on these channels?
Well, I go by C4 So Funny.
My name is Marmar So Funny on Instagram.
Oh.
Well, people call me Marmar. And, you know, if So Funny's the brand that we trying to go by, I might as well change it to Marmar So Funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Right
So
on.
that's what you just said there. So Funny is the base brand of what you guys are doing. That's what you're trying to build everything off of. Okay.
And it's like predominantly like a short form sketch comedy type deal, right? Like you guys are always doing different skits, flipping each other's shit, you know, stuff like that.
Always.
What was kind of, I don't know, like what led you down that path versus, you know, wanting to do something else, you know, go to school or
really-
whatever, you know?
Yeah, it really came out as just straight boredom. But like people, we always been like class clowns. And people always, I don't know about him, but people always told me I should do skits.
Okay.
And I never really committed to it. I used to do videos here and there, but I never really committed to it like how we do now. But it just came out of boredom. Like we lived in the same area, you know.
Okay.
We was just like we used to walk like miles for fun.
Okay.
Like it was this app called Randonautica, and we used to just look up stuff on there. Like we look up a certain word, and it'll take you to like, say you look up money, it'll take you to like a bank or something. So we was just looking up stuff and just walking places just for fun. So it was like we need to do something.
That's how we found the ghost. We found a lot. We did a lot of
we did a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
this is probably the safest route we went down.
Okay. So for perspective for people, you said you guys are 19 years old, right?
Yeah.
Graduated out. You're not in high school anymore.
No.
You're off doing your own thing, and this is the path that you're going down. You're trying to figure out how to. That's the dog. Don't worry.
Millie.
Millie's always making her
She
presence
digs her
known.
spot. So this is the path that you guys are wanting to go down. You're wanting to build a comedy brand. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what were you guys doing prior to this? I mean, you talked about you guys were, you know, spending some time walking around doing whatever. Did you guys have any kind of random jobs or anything you were doing or anything like that?
Yeah, we worked at McDonald's. Well, I worked everywhere.
Yeah.
I worked at McDonald's. We worked at a grocery store. We worked at where else you work at?
I did Walmart, McDonald's. That's it.
I worked at Taco Bell.
He got a new job every week. He can't keep a job for nothing.
Oh, no.
He had a stay-at-home job and got fired. How you get fired from a stay-at-home job? You at home.
I don't know.
Good question.
That's like organic material just developing there
Yeah,
for
I
you.
guess
You guys
so,
might
yeah.
be onto something here.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to where I met you guys because I just assumed like you were Johnny, because Johnny Rogers was there and he had an entourage and all of his family members and everything else. I just thought you guys, like you might have been his nephew, because like these guys were waving a big stick. People were coming up and slapping hands, you know, bullshitting
Well,
with
you said
them.
he was in the right color, like
Right, yeah. I mean, they were well dressed and, you know, and had the confidence to come up and talk to me and all that stuff, you know, and
Yeah.
not being reserved. So I just assumed like you guys were part of that entourage, but you weren't.
Yeah, no,
19.
we just really this came like we just got our own name now, and it's really crazy. I tell him all the time it's crazy that like, people know us as like, oh, that's C4, oh, that's Marmar. Like we get recognized everywhere, and I guess that's kind of what you were witnessing at the award ceremony. We really wanted to network with people, get our name out there as much as possible, so we could start connecting with other like business owners and people that's on the same path as us, like trying to like do something bigger with our lives. Because not a lot of people our age want to do like, you know, like stuff like we want to do.
You're putting yourself out there, especially in comedy. But so how are you connected to Johnny then?
Oh, Johnny's my mentor.
Okay, so and if you guys know anything about Johnny Rogers, he is heavily invested in the community. He really does give back.
Okay.
And like I mean, this is proof right here, right?
Yeah.
You know, because if it weren't for that networking and being his mentorship, you know, you guys might not have been there. Like, how do you pick that award show to go to and to mingle?
Yeah, because we sure wasn't paying $4,500 to get in there.
Yeah.
we wasn't paying that.
So when you say mentor, though, what does that mean for, like, just helping you through school? Like, you would meet, you know, because I see mentor programs all the time, you know, and people want to be in those programs.
What Johnny does for me is like life is not always like peaches and cream. So you know, you don't always have like the right mentality all the time. So Johnny is somebody that like I can go to and talk to like when I need something, like when I'm not feeling right, or like he'll just like remind me, like, everybody knows this famous saying is every day is game day, not every other day. And like that's like a saying you can go by to like remember, like you always got to keep your head up, always got to stay strong and keep going. So Johnny's like one of those people that like when you need a talking to, he'll give you a talking to.
Okay.
You know?
How'd you meet him?
Through my mom. There's this lady that owns it's a business called North End Teleservices, and they connected me to Johnny through this woman named Carmen.
Okay.
And I think you saw us talking to Carmen at the end of the award show.
Okay.
And we were just talking to her, and she was basically like introducing us to a whole lot of people. We had no idea who they were.
Yeah.
It's really cool how that award show, it's also parlayed into a banquet, into kind of a fundraiser event, and they pour a lot of money back, or raise a lot of money for Metro Community College.
Okay.
And they actually bring up a lot of students, young folks that wouldn't have been able to go to college or pay for it, and they're just graduated. Now they're getting on their feet. And then you actually heard from them during the award show. Like, that was all part of our broadcast. I mean,
wow.
It was really cool to see that stuff and to hear their story.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So, like, and then we're hearing one here right now.
What you had mentioned earlier, some other kids your age, you know, that you guys are around and things like that. And I mean, you guys probably don't consider yourself kids, but we do, because we're twice your age.
Because we're 40.
You know, what are other kids your age doing?
Drinking, partying, going to jail, smoking. Am I missing something?
Nah, what he getting at is that like, we're not saying we're perfect. We like take step back sometimes. Like, we still like going to party. We still like, you know, associating with that. But like, kids our age, like they do that for a lifestyle. Like, people wake up and be like, I wonder how much weed I can buy today.
Yeah.
Like we don't find, like, I don't know about you, but like we don't find the same interest as a lot of people. Like we'll sit there and be like, we should like, we wanted to start a podcast. We just never knew how to do it. And everybody our age said, oh yeah, that sound fire. But nobody wanted to like take steps with us to do it. That's what we mean. Like people our age don't think like us. They're not moving like us. Like we're trying to start our own business. Like So Funny. We're trying to make that clothes. We're trying to make that like everything.
So how long ago do you remember that you started thinking like this?
A year?
Yeah, about a year. Yeah, about a
And,
year ago.
and I mean, not just for your So Funny brand, but I mean in general, thinking like, I want to do something bigger. I want to do something better. I don't want to follow the path of all these other guys that are doing nothing but just partying and getting hammered all the time and this kind of thing. Like, when do you think that started for you?
Well, for me, it's when I got my first job at McDonald's. I seen them old people back there, and I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be 60 years old flipping Big Macs.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I got to do something
we
different.
Used to talk about that all the time. Like we used to work at the same McDonald's, and we used to talk about it all the time. Like there's no way you should be having gray hair still working at McDonald's. Like if you over the age of like 30 and you still working at McDonald's, like not to like parade on like to shit on anybody, but like, that's not a career you should want. Like, you should want more for yourself. Like my mom always told me, like, never settle, because like there's always something bigger and better you can do. And McDonald's is just not something you should settle for. So
whether it's McDonald's or a lot of places like that, I think people fall into that, working that type of job, which, you know, I'm not trying to shit on them either, but there's a sense of security there, you know, where it's not an easier path, but you're guaranteed that paycheck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Your 40 hours.
it's easy money.
Right. And
for this podcast, I wanted to do a little stay up on some of my guys, because that comedy guys that I really follow and have gotten into, and man, they've gone down this spiritual path, and a big one's Jim Carrey. Mm-hmm. And there's this commencement speech on this little college up in Canada, because he's Canadian, that he spoke to, and he told the story of when his dad was basically a comedian that just never followed through. Like when he would have people over, he would always be entertaining. He said he'd wrap them in stories and get them all laughing and stuff. But he never pulled the trigger, and he took he took a job as an accountant. And because it was security, right? You know, it was the right.
It was the paycheck coming in.
Yep. It was the secure thing to do. Well, when Jim turned 12 years old, his dad lost that job. They downsized and they fired him. So Jim said in the speech, he goes, my dad taught me a lot of things, but one of the main things he taught me was, you know, you could fail at something you hate, like being an accountant. So you might as well take a chance and try something you love. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like you guys are doing right now. Like you're not necessarily going for the security thing.
No,
you're putting yourselves out there, man. You're going for it.
We taking that risk. We taking that risk, man. We betting it all on ourselves. Like there is no, like honestly for me, there is no like this not gonna work.
Now, C4, you mentioned to me earlier that you did try stand up and it was tough. Tell me about that experience.
Terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. Bro, so I got this thing where like when I'm in front of a group of people, I start shaking and I get very, very nervous. It's weird.
Is your heart racing?
My heart gets to racing. My hands get sweaty.
Yeah.
I know exactly what he said. My first interview ever, and I was interviewing a guy over heaters, portable heaters.
Yeah.
My right leg started shaking, and I had to catch myself like, knock it the F off. Gather yourself up and ask this guy about heater. Yeah, ask him about his propane heaters.
To me today. Like we just went to like what was that we went to?
DJ Dugouts?
No, like the where all the seniors was at.
Oh, it was a senior skip day.
Yeah, and I don't know what it was. It was just making like I was cool, but I was like, why is everybody looking at me? It's just a weird feeling I have. And he said nobody's looking at you. Man. So it's just a weird feeling I get. It's just like. When I got up there, like, and I can look out and see everybody just looking at us.
Right on.
It made me so nervous, and I forgot everything I wanted to say. Like, I had jokes written in my head, and I just forgot everything I wanted to say. Like, when I got off that stage, I was like, I got newfound respect for Kevin Hart.
Oh, hell
ain't no way. He doing this in front of 40,000 people? Nah, ain't no way.
Oh, no.
I stick to Instagram.
So what did it teach you afterwards? Like, if you think about it, like, again, you said you never want to do that again. But is it good that you put yourself in an uncomfortable position?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I would never want to do it again because it's definitely something I want to venture. Like I don't want to just limit myself to Instagram. I want like TikTok, YouTube. I want to do like we have a like a show that we do.
Okay.
And I was directing it and writing the screenplay for it. It's called No Passes on YouTube, and I want to be like everything. I want to direct. I want to be in the movies. I want to cast the people. I want to like do everything. Like it's like a lot of stuff that I want to do. Like I don't want to just stop at like being a comedian.
Right.
Well then, yeah. I mean, do you guys know who David Goggins is?
No.
I think he's Goggins.
Yeah.
Is he a SEAL? Was he a former SEAL?
He was in like 3 or 4 different special forces.
Yeah. I
mean, he was a SEAL. Yeah.
I mean, his famous quote is "Do the hard thing." Just so keep doing your stand-up. I'm telling you, it's going to make you better at all those other things. You know, and I haven't met or heard from a comic yet that said it was easy. Joe Rogan, he'll go back to it on just about every other podcast of his.
It made it even more awkward because it was a church event. So, like, I was like, yeah, and literally right before, like, it was all cool. Like, he told me I could cuss and everything, and right before he come up to me and say, "Hey, no cussing up here, okay?"
Oh.
And I'm like, damn. So that's gonna make it not funny. Like, you can't have a stand-up set and not cuss. Like, that's not gonna make it. It's gonna be not funny at all.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He kind of sideswiped you there.
Yeah, like literally, like a minute before I went up there, he said, "Hey, no cussing," and I'm like, "Damn, what am I supposed to say?" Yeah, we was cussing. Well, like we wasn't saying nothing harsh, but we said a little couple cuss words.
So what's your guys' style of comedy, would I say? Because there's a big, I would call it a war on words. You know what I mean? Where people are trying to take away or limit what you can say or what you can even make fun of. And there's a few comics out there that, man, they're waving a battle flag. Ricky Gervais is one of them saying, F you. I will say what I want, about who I want, how I want, and then you decide.
If it's funny or not.
If it offends you, good. Now you have to think about it. Now I'm forcing you to use your freaking brain.
Oh, so he wants to offend people.
No, he's not trying to offend people, but he's talking over controversial topics, and he's making fun of Brad Pitt and stuff like that, where you're just not supposed to do that.
Oh. See, the problem with that is, and I hope somebody from Instagram is listening, because we get banned for the dumbest. I get banned for the dumbest stuff, and it'll be people out here posting, "Come shop with me. I got the best weed." Blah blah blah. They post all types of drugs and all that.
That flies. That doesn't get taken down.
I say, man, fuck this shit, and I get banned from Instagram for 3 weeks. Like I'm banned from Instagram Live right now for cussing on live.
Yeah.
I emailed them the other day and asked them why am I banned, and they said, yes. They said vulgar language.
Okay.
Like, damn.
All right.
He posting all these drugs and guns and whatnot, and I get banned for cussing.
It's wild.
It's certain things like you just cannot say on Instagram, and then you got those certain people that will, no matter what you do, they will try to cancel you, everything you say.
We ran into this with the sports betting podcast. We had a gal that would do picks for us, and she'd wear a bikini or something, kind of have fun with it, right? Mm-hmm. But she has all these trolls from her hometown that just hate her.
Oh, wow.
Well, she's
like Mean Girls?
We got those.
Like Mean Girls, but I mean, her main account is on OnlyFans.
Oh, geez. Okay, well, there you go.
So there's some jealousy there.
Yeah.
There's there's a hatred for her in her own hometown. Of all
how much she charging though? Because that might be why the hate is.
That's exactly where the hate comes from. She is raking in the cash.
Okay, well that's her fault. That's the problem. If she charging too much.
I don't think it's the subs that's canceling her.
Oh yeah.
But whenever they see a new post on TikTok come up, they'll notify TikTok and say it's vulgar, that offends us, and TikTok will take it down.
Oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous.
But is it though?
No, not at all. No, the stuff that you might find offensive is stuff that you're actually looking for and paying for on her OnlyFans account.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Huh.
No, and obviously you guys will find as if you stick with this and you want to keep doing this kind of thing, you got to play the game. You know what I mean? These platforms,
they ain't changing.
Yeah, if you if they tell you can't do this, well, it sucks, but you can't. If you want to get some traction,
they're privately owned.
And you figure out where you can push the limits just enough, and a few different things to keep that ball rolling. You know,
that's his Facebook. Because didn't Elon Musk buy that, or was that Twitter?
Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, Twitter.
Say whatever you want on Twitter now.
Twitter
does seem like that. Yeah.
Twitter's loosened up. Yeah. So you guys might want to move a little bit from Instagram on over to Twitter.
Jeez. I was looking for some ideas. I was looking for some ideas the other day, and I'm scrolling. Next thing I know, I'm seeing ash in my face. Like, what is this? I was looking for ideas for videos. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
man. He ain't lying. It's you're one.
We've talked about this before.
You're one click away. Yeah,
one click away. Y'all ever go to sleep with the TV on YouTube and you go to sleep watching a certain thing, and then you wake up and it's a guy building something outside or something, just random shit. It'd be weird. Like random shit will just pop up. Yeah. On Twitter. But it'd be worse. It'd be terrible.
It's true. I mean, we've talked about this before with the kids. We have some younger kids. Andy has young kids. It's you don't really know if they just have the iPad. It's just skipping around. You don't know what they're watching.
Where that could go.
Yeah.
So Marmar, are you going to try and pull the trigger? Are you going to try and do some stand-up? You got some material you've been working on.
No, we did it together when we did it the first time. I'm not too excited to try it again. I'll try it again eventually. He practices, but yeah, I'll try it again eventually, but not no time soon. No.
So what do you guys do then? Do you guys get booked for gigs, or what do you? How have you become so popular outside of the crowd on Instagram and stuff like that? What are you doing?
Okay, so a lot of people know us from school first off.
Okay, so school.
Yeah, but where we got our name from is Instagram. Our Instagram videos like last summer, we didn't have, I don't think we had one video under 5,000 views. Everybody was tapping in with us. So I think where it come from, I want to say I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
People find you on Instagram?
Yeah, people find us.
Okay. So they're kind of searching you out. I just didn't know if you did anything live outside of we're talking about the stand-up. Do you guys go to other...
we wanted last year we wanted to try that, and then we got up there and we tried it, and it was so terrible. Right now, I don't know about him, but I stay at home. I be at home and I look in the mirror and
you're practicing.
I just practice. So eventually, when I do go up there in front of some people, because it's gonna be a time when I do it again.
Absolutely.
When I go up there, I won't be as nervous. I won't be like I remember all my jokes.
Hey, and it's okay to be nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not kidding about that. And in fact, I think you always should be a little nervous, right? Because otherwise it doesn't matter to you. If it doesn't make your heart flutter a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. Before a game or whatever. I think being a little nervous is a good thing. It's just having kind of the courage, to overcome it. Just look it square in the eye and
my dad used to tell me, if you're not uncomfortable, you're doing it wrong.
There you go. I like that. I like that. I brought them some materials that I think they could work with.
What?
So I've been traveling a lot lately. Stopped at a convenience store and I saw something I'd never seen before.
Okay.
But I saw a problem with it, and I want these guys to check it out.
Okay. Let's see.
Tell me if you guys can see a problem with that. Just take the bag out of there.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Who the fuck is this? Hold on.
So they're holding a bag of Cracker Jacks here.
Who the hell is Cracker Jill?
Oh my gosh!
Wait a minute. What?
Okay, so
Jack got fired.
Jack got fired. He got canceled too.
He did.
But that caught my eye. I'm like, when did this start? And then I see, okay, it's they're supporting females in athletics. Okay, great, women's sports.
Yeah.
But do you see the problem there?
I don't know this lady.
It still has
Jack.
Well, the problem with it is it still has nuts.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
I get it.
I mean, they really could have ran with that.
I get it. It took me a minute.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. I mean, where did you find this at?
It was on I-29, a little gas station right off I-29.
I don't see these no more.
Nebraska and Sioux City.
I don't got them in Omaha.
Yeah, so I saw that. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. What happened to Jack?
Yeah, we don't got nothing against Jill.
So were they selling Cracker Jack also next to Cracker Jill?
I only saw Jill's.
Serious?
He got fired.
Cracker Jill's. And I assumed, I thought I knew that it was just going to be the original, and the peanuts were still going to be in there. But I thought, man, you could have had two brands there and had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
So you guys keep that. That's my gift to you. I'm telling you, that's a prop right there. Old Carrot Top, going back to the props.
Hey, bro, you want some crackers, you?
They're pretty good too.
Yes, they are.
I don't ever remember.
Yeah, I wonder, do it taste different?
I doubt it. No,
I don't think so.
There's nothing different about it.
It says something on the back. It says crackerjill.com to learn more. It's a bunch of women.
So they changed the name completely to Cracker Jill?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think just for that.
Just for that
wow.
that promo.
Yeah.
But no,
do you know the backstory to how they got this name?
I don't know anything about it. I just saw it like a day ago. Coming down I-29 between Sioux City and Omaha. I'm like,
there's no crackers in here. This is popcorn.
Well, that's what Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jacks are what, caramelized popcorn and peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just thought it would have been funny. They could have had Jack and Jill
and taken the nuts out.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it.
You got it. All right.
So, how long have you guys known each other?
2019 or 2020?
Yeah, we passed each other in the hallway a few times.
Okay.
And then, but I think I moved in to where he was living at, and he seen me outside, and then we just started hanging out, and it's like my mom loved this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom hate him. My mom hate him.
Uh-oh.
Why do you?
Why?
We always get in trouble together.
So 2019, you guys were what, sophomores, juniors, something like that?
I was a sophomore, he was a junior.
Okay, yeah.
And you guys were at Omaha North, right? The Vikings, and I see them. I see that. Yep, there you go. I see them every year because they're always kind of a powerhouse in football. And I've called some phenomenal playoff games. Were you guys out for any sports? Did I see you guys on the football field?
I never do those sports.
I played I transferred from North. I went to Roncalli. I played football on Roncalli's team.
The Rams.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was terrible.
Worse than stand-up.
I concussed myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you had to go through that.
Yeah, and they didn't clear me until like years later. It was a bad concussion. Like I was knocked out.
Oh, man.
Somebody had to tell me the story of what happened. Like I didn't remember shit. Like I just woke up. Next thing I know, my coach is over me praying.
Wow.
And then I went back to sleep. I roll over and I see my mom, and we in the hospital. I'm like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened?
That's scary.
All I knew was it was a Saturday, and I had football practice. But they told me there was a big guy and he challenged me. And like like the hitting pads.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had the hitting pads and he challenged me. And they said I ran full force at him and he just threw it at me. And I went head first at it. Knocked myself out.
Yeah. You gotta protect the head gear, no doubt. Yeah.
How you concuss yourself?
We're gonna run a football game one day.
I think we have a whole skit of material for him here.
I know.
I was like the concussion protocol. I was in that for 2 weeks, but they didn't. I had to go back to the doctor, and they didn't clear me for 2 whole years. Like my junior year was when I could start playing again. By that time, it was just I was like, I don't want to play no sports no more.
Wow. Yeah, and a lot of people have that story too, where they ran into an injury, especially a concussion, and it just derailed all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, moving forward for you guys, so like, are you guys like every day you wake up, you're kind of working on a script, and then you go to a day job or you come back? Like, what's your guys' daily schedule, or do you have like a plan to move forward?
See, like a lot of people ask us this about our videos, like, do we have a script?
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, we just go straight off the dome. Like, we think of a topic and see like how it would go like in real life, and we just do it. Like we record, like we'll like I have a list on my phone, and we'll think of something, and then I'll write it down, and then we'll set a recording day, and then we'll just pull up and record it.
Yeah, like the one of the last ones that I saw was when you guys were kind of shooting fun at people that want to clean your shoes in the mall.
Yeah.
But that's like how a lot of this type of comedy, on Instagram is. It's in first person, right? You're holding your camera, and that's how people consume it. So I think you guys might actually be onto something, especially if you really pour a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah, we do. This some like I know it's gonna sound funny, but I take not being serious very serious.
Yeah. That's good.
That doesn't sound funny.
That's real good.
Yeah, I take it very serious.
It makes sense for sure.
That's real good.
Is this mic on? Can you guys even hear me?
Yeah.
It's so echoey.
Your voice sounds great.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I just thought you were trying to turn me off.
Nope.
It's kind of a running joke here.
That turned me on.
He's definitely not trying to turn you on.
No, he's
Nope,
not.
Not here.
Not here.
I thought I was the only one that was catching that.
Oh no. See, that sounds better.
I knew he was gonna look at me and say something. I knew he was gonna do that. As soon as it came out of him, I knew he was gonna say something.
Okay, so with the video that Andy was referencing, how many takes did that? Or is that one time? You don't ever redo?
No, we do a lot.
Okay.
Like we got so many failed takes where we just we'll think of it and then just start laughing in the middle of the video.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering, if it was ever like you have to re-record.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do.
Yeah, we do have to. We record a lot actually.
Okay.
There was times where I had to stop and delete like almost everything off my phone because I would start running out of storage because we used to use up so much of my storage for these videos.
Okay. And how often do you want to put something out?
Well, today, I just posted like a solo video yesterday. I'm trying to get him to start posting more.
Okay.
He don't like posting solo videos.
It just take a lot of time
to find something.
A lot of time in my day to just sit and record a TikTok.
Yeah, Mr. Busy Guy, Mr. Rich Guy, or whatever.
So what else are you guys doing besides that keeps you busy?
I do e-commerce on Amazon. You know them little Instagram gurus that be like, buy my course. I do that. I actually sell stuff on Amazon. So I'll be busy a lot of the time. But yeah, that's mainly what I do during the day is try to get that up and going.
The Amazon stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing anything else?
Usually working my 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Every week.
With nothing wrong with a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Every week though.
Well,
he's exaggerating. It's not every week. Maybe about every 3 months.
So is what you guys are doing with these jobs separately? is that funding what you're trying to do with the?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
You know what I mean with the comedy.
Mm-hmm. I have a bag of costumes. I used to work at Oriental Trading, and they used to just like, it was this thing where they give you these little cards, and like before you clock in, you could fill up a whole bag with whatever you want. And I was like, I'm gonna use this to fill up the bag full of costumes for our videos. And he had an idea. I told him no. He wanted to come here. He wanted to come here in this outfit, and it's like like the three kings from like the Bible, and they had like the head wrap and everything. Right on. He wanted to come here in that, and then just not say nothing about it. Just not mention it.
Just not even address the.
Yeah, just not even address what he was wearing.
I actually might have asked about that.
Someone would have.
I was like, I was gonna say somebody would have said something about it.
You're not getting off that easy. Not on Common Folk.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could try that somewhere else. But
so, how do you think you take this thing to the next level? Like, how does it end up making money for you?
I think what we need to do, like we've discussed this, we need to start promoting our videos for one, and then going out of state and connecting with other people. Because last summer we had so many people. Like, I don't know about his DMs. My DMs was flooded with people that wanted to do videos with us, and we just never did it. We just never went out of town.
Yeah, you guys strike when it's hot. You know what I mean? There's a window to some of that stuff.
Yeah, we just never went out of town. But this summer, if anybody wants to connect with us, we down to do anything.
Hell yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. Don't want to go to jail.
Do most
things.
Most things. Yeah.
can you go back? I sound so old. Can you go back to your DMs and look at who messaged you and like you reach out to them and be like, hey, I know last year you wanted to hook up, but
yeah, and then a lot of people they'll play this role, like they can't, like they'll act like they can't see us in their DMs, and like people really act like they celebrities for real. The whole time they have like 2,000 followers.
Okay. Well, I just was thinking, I wonder how you would actually reach out, but if that was a start.
You just gotta sometimes you gotta email them, sometimes you just shoot them a DM. Some people me personally, I wouldn't do it, but some people have their number on their Instagram.
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You might be getting a lot of texts.
I would never do that. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah.
No, and I think there's a huge demand for lighthearted stuff, especially on social media, because I feel like a lot of people on Twitter go on there looking for a fight. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they can troll, or not necessarily troll, but throw their viewpoint at it and just contradict whoever made the original post, whatever. Start a Twitter fight, right? Twitter thumbs.
We've done that.
We've
instigated before.
Yeah, it's all right to be an instigator here and there. But I'm saying you're so funny brand. I think there's a demand for people for that lightheartedness, to laugh every once in a while, to just escape this. I'm getting on social media and now I'm going to be mad.
Yeah.
No, like I think you guys are onto something with that medium and how you guys are doing short videos. You're right, in the vertical form. I think there's a future there. I really do.
I appreciate that, man. That's just something. Like, I always been that person, just to make people laugh. I always like making people laugh. I hate when I walk into a room and it's just awkward. Like, that's the worst thing ever. Like, damn, nobody gonna say nothing. So it's like when you have a family reunion or something, and somebody like your uncle start arguing, and then I'm gonna be that person. I'd be like, so who want a piece of cake? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody finna be quiet, but nah, not me. I'm finna break the silence. Like,
were you always like that when you were little too?
Yeah.
Did your mom say that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I always been like that.
Yeah. No, and he came right up to me at the banquet at the award show, and yeah, we hit it off. We just started, bullshitting there, and like, all right, yeah, let's get him out there. Let's dig into this.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have pictures from that event? Were you was it suits?
Yeah, we got a couple pictures. Yeah.
So it was super fancy.
Oh yeah.
What'd you wear? You wore something nice?
Well, yeah, I wore.
You didn't wear that baseball hat?
I did not wear the baseball hat.
Okay.
And I actually wore, and I Altered. I wore the News Channel Nebraska gold jacket.
I thought it was green.
It's gold. Green jacket, gold jacket.
Oh, green.
Who gives a...
Well, I'm just thinking.
You know what's really funny about that is like we're totally just stealing from Monday Night Football when that originated. They wore gold jackets back in the day. Howard Cosell, all those guys. Well, NFL people that get inducted to the NFL Hall of Fame, they get awarded a gold jacket. And the keynote speaker was Kellen Winslow. Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was phenomenal.
We got pictures with him.
Yeah. I mean, he was in high demand. Like, I had to, like, rip him from people to get a banquet interview with the guy.
Okay.
He's so humble.
He is.
He introduced us like he introduced himself like he was a normal person.
Oh, he was fantastic.
Hi, my name's Kellen.
Yeah. And that's one of those guys where you do kind of have to step back like, man, I'm interviewing Kellen Winslow.
Yeah.
And I had to crack a joke. I'm like, I see you got a gold jacket there. I got a gold jacket. We're just like brothers. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And no, his gold jacket actually
It actually meant something. Wasn't it a Hall of Fame jacket, right?
Yeah. But he took it like he's a funny dude, too.
Yeah.
You know, he was cracking jokes, having fun. It was a great event. So
Well, it's not like every day you get all fancy. So that's what I was like trying to picture in my mind, like everyone being all fancied up at a nice event. Just didn't know if it was like prom, like stuff like that, dresses, all that stuff. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Really nice dresses. All the gals were wearing dresses. All the guys were wearing suits and ties.
Sweet.
There's just one group of people that walked in from the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh yeah.
They came in straight street clothes. Like they came straight from football practice.
Not even football practice.
Straight from school, just came in there, sat in the back of the table. They knew who he was too.
Well,
like, who let
I
them
guess
in?
that crowd. I didn't see.
How did they get in here?
Well, not everybody dressed up.
Yeah,
so
not
that's
everybody.
okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No.
Well, I'm glad you guys met.
Yeah. No, this has been good. Anything else we want to?
I don't know that I have anything in particular. I mean, is there anything that you guys were hoping you'd get the opportunity to talk about, or any questions you hope you'd get asked, or anything like that?
Shout out to No Pass. It's season 2 coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. We've been delayed on that.
Yeah, So our cameraman is Aztec Soul Brother, and he's a really good dude. But I think he said he was house hunting right now, and the last thing I knew, he told me we were gonna shoot for June. That's all I know. Yeah, he just told me like a few days ago we were gonna shoot for June. So.
And No Pass, that's your guys' YouTube channel?
No. Okay, so we have it's like a mini documentary, like it's like a series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like my YouTube is like the same name as my Instagram. C4 is so funny.
Okay.
So, yeah, we
can add all those tags in the description.
Yep.
Yeah.
People can check you out and everything else.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Good deal.
Sounds good.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
man. It was good to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for
Thanks
having
for coming
us.
out here. Kind of far away, so.
What if
far as
we?
hell.
What if we said?
I was scared. I ain't gonna lie.
Coming up that.
We'll set a date in 1 year's time. We're gonna check in on you guys. What if we have you guys back out?
Okay.
And we'll see if they did some traveling, did some collabs with some guys through their DMs.
Met more
Pretty good.
people, connected
Yeah.
with others. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to come back on and be like, we just sat on our ass, we didn't do anything.
No,
Yeah, that'd be pretty shitty, man.
We don't have anything to say.
they're back at McDonald's. Kidding.
I might be.
Okay, well it's
I'll
fine.
play.
Again, everybody needs money.
I'll
Paying 15 now. He was paying 10 back when we worked.
Yeah, and we was proud of that too.
No, you was getting paid.
Oh yeah, I was
They paid
getting.
him 11.
Yeah. I used to ask people, how much you getting paid? They'd be like, $10.50. I was like, damn. And I walk away, but like, me personally, I'm getting paid 11. It's because I worked overnight. I told them I work anytime, and they used to schedule me just random times.
Okay.
Like, who the hell wants to stay at McDonald's till 3 in the morning?
Real quick, all your different jobs and life experiences gives you a lot to draw from.
Yeah,
when you're
a lot.
coming up with material.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
a lot.
I think that in itself is kind of a disguised, like, good thing for you. I really do.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to meet you
Yeah.
guys.
All right.
Nice to meet you guys, too.
All
All
right.
right, Marquis. Caleb, thanks.
Peace.
You had Mike. Thank you too.
Later.
We'll see you guys.